A prominent YouTuber once said that a sure sign of a recession would be Disney bringing back the dining plan. Well, not only are they bringing back the dining plan, they're offering it for free with a special offer that is only available to Disney Plus subscribers. Let's talk about that on That Park Place. Good morning, everyone. It is a bright and shining day here during the new year. It's January 3rd, 2024. Yesterday, I accidentally said 2023 in a video. I am here. I'm Jonas J. Campbell, and with me is Miss Lorena Creole, who I keep referring to as the Queen of Florida. Lorena, how are you doing, Your Majesty?
I am doing great, doing wonderful. Happy New Year to you and yours, Jonas. And as always,
thank you so much, and to you, and to you. I'm gonna start out here just introducing this, and I want you to take it away as the again, the Queen of all Florida. Your expertise on theme parks is unparalleled. Yesterday, Tuesday, January 2nd, Disney Plus subscribers enjoy a free dining plan at Walt Disney World. Disney dining plans, I'm not sure how much they are usually per day. Lorena, do you happen to know that off the top of your head?
It's been a while, but I believe last time I did one, it started at about $60, $65 or so for a quick service one, and upwards of over 100 and something for the deluxe one.
So ostensibly looking at this, it seems like it would be a good deal to, pay a couple of bucks here, and then it seems like you could get access, especially if you are a Disney Plus subscriber with a lot of people in your family. It's only a few dollars really to get a month or two of Disney Plus, and if you're getting a $65 a pop discount, especially if that's over several days, that could be a good deal. But as with all special offers, you got to read the fine print here. So let me read the offer here. Hello, fellow foodies. The delicious deal you've been waiting for is arriving just in time for the new year. A free dining plan will be available exclusively for Disney Plus subscribers when purchasing select vacation packages to Walt Disney World. We know how much families love Disney dining, and this offer gives them another great option to save on their vacation. There should be an asterisk on save. Starting January 3rd, Disney Plus subscribers get a free dining plan when purchasing a non-discounted, again, there's a stop right there word, right there, non-discounted 4-night, 4-day Walt Disney Travel Company package that includes a room at a select Disney Resort hotel and theme park ticket. Oh, and here's another big one, with a park hopper option. This offer is valid for most nights through July 1st through September 30th, 2024. So this isn't even for the next 2 quarters. This is for, this goes almost to the end of Disney's fiscal year. So July 1st, that's a big time for the parks right there. July 4th is one of the days that the experts in the local say you probably don't want to be in the park those days.
No, you don't. And Disney over the July 4th holiday is a huge tradition for a lot of families, even people who fly in. As a kid, I remember going to Disney for 4th of July. It is as crazy as New Year's Eve and Christmas.
I believe you, and I used to do the candlelight processional every year. I was blessed enough that my father wanted us all to do the candlelight processional. Some of my best memories were at Epcot, and hearing the cast members talk about their favorite hosts and things like that. So if it's as crazy at July 4th as it is at Christmas, oh my goodness, that's a steep discount right there. Or they're trying really hard to promote in order to get people in at one of their busiest times. I'm very surprised at July 1st being included in their discounts this early in the year. I would say that is a sign that they're worried about park attendance if they're going ahead and promoting it now. Is that crazy?
No, you are 100% on with that. Back in the day when Disney would offer free dining, it was usually during the quote unquote slow time periods, like January, hurricane season, like near the end of August to September. So these small periods where it's like not many people are traveling. So they needed that incentive to kind of bring you in. But it wasn't given the rest of the year with a huge time block like this. And not only that, July 4th, 4th of
Hmm.
July weekend, which is a massive, massive time when tourists are in town. So the fact that they're rolling this discount out, like you said, Jonas, this early is very suspect. Something's going on with the bookings. I don't think the bookings are where they wanted the numbers to be.
Right, and we won't have time to get extensive into them right now. But cruise lines right now, they're offering a 50% discount on deposits. Now that's them trying to draw people in. You obviously a discount on the deposit means that you just have to end up paying more later. There's also word of a 35% discount on hotel stays. That I
Yes,
I don't have the data offhand right here on all the details there. But there are a lot of things going on right now for the first of the year that Disney is trying to get people into the parks, and we've seen in their shareholders calls and their investor calls that they are more concerned about people getting into the parks. They at least have to be that honest with investors to say that the parks are not doing as well as they would hope they would be doing right now. But
absolutely. And Jonas, not to interrupt you, but one more thing that I just remembered from my days of planning Disney trips. January is usually when people start planning what they're going to be doing with respect to their travel plans. So it's not a coincidence that Disney is making this big, huge push in January.
I mean, if they need to take every prudent step they can, I'm not saying they shouldn't be doing this. I'm saying we're seeing what they're doing, and I think we're seeing a pattern here, right?
Oh yeah,
So
it's definitely abnormal.
now you have done all the research on this, and I was expecting you to drop in here and just speak off the cuff and be impromptu here and do everything, but you have brought the receipts, as it were. Do you want me to bring those up now, or do you want to?
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and bring these up now? I will give folks the Cliff Notes version because I like data. I've
Hmm,
been
me too.
planning Disney trips since I was like in, a kid in high school. My parents didn't know, but I did it anyway. So first of all, I'm looking for the cheapest way to get there. Remember with Disney, Disney is like the casinos in Vegas. The house always has the advantage, so you have to keep that in mind. So with this deal, number one, you have to be a Disney Plus subscriber in order to even see this deal.
Now that's interesting to me. We had a little bit of a discussion about this before we got into it, and I was thinking about, okay, well, I'll log in, and then I'll also be able to see it, and then I realized that's a lot of data that Disney really wants to have. They want to know all of your viewership data before you go to the parks, and if your viewership data correlates to what you're going to in the parks, because as soon as there is no just going to the park and getting a ticket. They want information on every single person going in your party. They want to know the ages of every single person, and that's not just so that they can, charge you more if you've got somebody that's over the age of 12 or whatever the age gates are now. They want to know everything about you so that they can maximize that customer data. And also, they're offering a discount right now on Walmart Plus. A $40 discount on Walmart. By the way, if you use Walmart Plus and you have Disney Plus, the only thing it's costing you is your data, because Walmart and Disney are going to start telling each other what you buy in every single aspect and what you watch, so that they can get a more complete picture of you. Enough on the data scariness of this, but please go ahead, Lorraine.
But yeah, no problem. But that's what I thought. I'm like, hey, I'll just pull up the rates like I usually do when I plan trips, but they're like, "No, you need to log in and we need to verify if you have Disney Plus." I'm like, I forget my password on my, computer. So I'm like, I'm not going back and resetting it. So that's why I went to
Hmm.
my phone to log in. Now they're saying that these are select Disney hotels. It's not that it's select Disney hotels, it's the hotels that Disney owns. For example, you're not going to get this offer with the Swan or the Dolphin or the Swan Reserve or the Hilton Bonnet Creek or the Four Seasons or the Waldorf Astoria. That's what that means.
Hmm. And those are all nice hotels as well. Great
Oh, yeah.
places to stay.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hotels. But yeah, pretty much from July arrivals most night July 1st through September 30th. That's a big travel time. But to kind of scrub through this a little bit more. So I'm like, okay, here's my thing. I'm looking for the cheapest thing. Going for the biggest weekend that's there. July 4th weekend, kids are out of school, most people are traveling, family reunions. Let's pick this time period. So we'll go for like 2 adults, 2 kids. We'll say like 1 kid that's 4, 1 kid that's 15. Make your own jokes. Art of Animation Resort, which is really nice. It's a value resort, not nearly, I will not call it cheap.
Right.
We'll just say that compared to the other resorts, it's reasonable, but also Art of Animation and Pop Century, that complex right there, that's usually the first one that people book if you're looking
Mhm.
for bargains. Well, for July 4th weekend, guess what? There is nothing.
Whoa!
Yeah, check. So these are the family suites. So they're already expensive.
That's for 2 right there.
That's for 2, but the suites sleep up to 6 people.
Okay.
So they're huge. They
Okay.
have kitchenettes, they have, bedroom for the parents, the rest of the room for the kids. It's basically,
Okay.
like a Hampton Inn. So I don't really look at those.
Okay.
The Little Mermaid standard room, that's for 4, that sleeps up to 4 adults. This is one of the first room types to go. It's not available
Okay.
for
So
that
that
time
means
period.
that this is effective, it sounds like. Now, my question is, that 6,250, that I'm assuming that's for 4 days, because there's no way I'd pay that much to go into that room there. I think I've been in that.
This is
Yeah,
actually
I've
for,
been in that room actually, or that kind
yeah.
of room. So is that including the tickets at that point? Okay, this is package total.
Yes.
So
This is package total. So I did it for, I think, like 5, I think I have 5 nights. I think I
so
had it
this
for
is
5 nights.
essentially 2 adults for 4 days plus park hoppers.
Yeah, like 2 adults,
Ooh.
2 children. Actually, I think about 5 days with park hoppers. Once you get to 4 days to 10 days, the price is pretty much negligible. It's that first 4-day block that's so expensive, which is why Disney is requiring
Uh-huh.
that you have that minimum length of stay.
I
So,
I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking as a father of 4 how much this hurts me just to think about this pricing. There's no way. Oh, there's
oh.
no way.
And this is, and again, this is like the cheapest ones
Yeah, yeah.
that they
These are
have.
I mean, this is nice for a value resort, but generally you've got you'd have everybody packed in. You're seeing some interesting theming, and it's painted or not painted. It's fabricated theming to where they're not doing anything too crazy. I guess it's has some basic elements painted on the wall here and there, but not painted. What is the word I'm looking for? Like a vinyl print on the wall. So you're not immersed in a way that it's like, oh, I can't. How in
No,
the world did they achieve this? It's
no. You're absolutely right. And Pop Century, not to interrupt you, but Pop Century used to have all these amazing icons from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, with the rooms and all that theme. But now it looks like, your standard hotel room now
yeah, though
with all it done.
with art of animation, the things that you really, if you're going to stay on a at a Disney property, the things that you're going for at art of animation are these common areas. And when I say common, this is where they've actually put the money in art of animation is like these giant Ariel and the Lion King. It's hard to describe.
And
Uh,
cars.
Yeah, yeah, and they do a great job with it. And the pool, I'm sure if I was a kid and I was staying at a Disney resort, I would love this stuff. But at the same time, if I am staying at a Disney resort and in order to get into those parks, I'm maximizing. So I'm like, okay, this is where we're sleeping because we're just going to spend as much time as possible in those parks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Exactly. As a commando, we're just like, we just need a place to just sleep, eat, and shower. That's pretty much it. So we're going for the cheapest thing that we can get. But as you
mhm.
see here, this is at Pop Century now. standard room, 2 adults, 2 kids, the park hoppers for about 5-day ticket.
Wow.
With the this includes the quick service dining plan to get for free. You're not getting the deluxe plan. We're going to get to that. This is with the quick service plan. $4,549.96.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My entire family went to Disney for less than that about 3 years ago. The entire trip with 6 people. And I was still, I'm cheap here, but I was still like, you guys know this is a lot of money, but to add an extra 1,000 on there, ooh, that was with souvenirs, by the way. Anyway, sorry, I'm not.
No, because I remember when it was like that too. It was pretty much okay. If we're getting up to a close to 3,000, we're like, all right, what's going on? Are we doing something extra or what? What is it? Because I remember when you could actually go for close to 2,000 and do all that. But yeah, so this is 5-day ticket, park hopper option. I don't know why they say option because they require that you get park hopper tickets. And this is like with one kid that's 10, because if you're 10 and over, they price you as an adult.
Oh, this is for a family of 4. Okay.
This is for a family. This is for a family of 4, and this is at Pop Century. So again, number of days, 5, ticket type, park hopper. You got to do that. And of course, they try to upsell you with the Park Hopper Plus option with the water parks.
Okay, with the water parks.
Yeah,
okay.
with the water parks. But this is what they do. They start upselling you. So here we are, $4,549. Well, basically $4,600. We'll just round that up. We'll round that up. So a dining plan is included in this special offer. Okay, so here's where we get to the dining plan and everything. Okay, so you have, this is the current one. So this is with the quick service dining plan, which you get included if you stay at the value resorts or at the moderate resorts. That is the one that you get for free. And that's like, I think, 2 quick service meals, 1 snack. It used to be like 3 snacks, but they took that out. But if you want to go up to the Disney dining plan with the table service meals, and you're probably wondering, why would I want to do that? Well, if you have kids and you want to go to those buffets, guess what? You need a table service credit meal to do that. And in some cases, it's 2 table service meal credits. I'm looking at you for the Dorel's Rail table.
Is Ohana, is that a double or is that a single?
I think that's I think that's still a single. Folks can correct me in the comments, but I believe that's still a single.
It's great if it was great a few years ago. I see right now they've got so much to overcome for me to get back into the parks. I'll just tell you, the last time we went, we stayed at the Bonnet Creek, and we went to Universal, and we had a blast the entire time. And I'm not saying it was a cheap trip, but I was not concerned about price the way I would be if we were at Disney, where they're getting into your wallet hard just by even looking at the parks. So sorry, I don't mean to make this a rant about Universal versus Disney right now.
Oh no, but that's what goes through my head when I look at this, especially considering how cheap it used to be. We'll say cheaper, and the value was there. That's the thing to hit. The value was there. So it's like, okay, well, I'm paying for this dining plan. You know what? Gratuities included. I'm getting, top shelf cuisine. I'm getting all of these items. My kid isn't stuck with the kids menu that they're tired of after 3 days, because we got to use that menu because that's what Disney says we have to do with the dining plan. I totally get it. It's just ridiculous.
Really, when it comes down to it, if it's going to be that expensive, you said the right word there. It's value. And especially in times right now when people don't have a lot of money, or they have the same amount of money, but that money does not go as far as it used to go. I don't see people turning to Disney and saying, yes, please overcharge us for all of this. Right now, the parks are crowded. They're generally speaking, not as fun as they used to be. Especially when you start getting to that $5,000 range, that's when I start turning to things like passes, as in annual passes. By the way, how much is an Incredipass right now? Is it still 1,500 or is it closer to 2,000?
I think it's close. I think it's edging closer to 2000.
Yeah, you could still get 2 of those and go into the parks all year for the same rate that you could get 4 people. Oh my goodness. This just bothers me so much. I always think, how do you maximize this stuff? What I would do is I'd go get an Airbnb that's maybe not even anywhere near the parks, something nice and cheap, and get myself an Incredipass and spend myself a whole month down there working remotely on the days that I have to do it. That's not what I'm doing right now, of course, if you're watching this video. But maybe I'm cheap. Maybe I'm just a
No,
discount hound here. But my goodness, there are
no,
so many cheaper ways to eat. And by the way, they will let you bring almost any kind of food into that park because they're not going to have a guest say to them, "Well, you took away my food, and I had to eat your food, and you made me fat, Disney."
no. Like I tell people, one of the biggest ways to save money on food, get a collapsible cooler, get those ice packs, and rent a locker.
That's perfect right there. Because really, you only need one good meal at the park. Honestly, as a Florida resident here, again, I go back to it all the time, and everyone who watches me regularly on this channel knows that I bring this up. You could get a family of 6 into the parks for under $200 in 1989, and you could go in, eat a good breakfast before you go in the park. Maybe get something around lunchtime, snacks all the way down. And oh man, I love those. It's good. It's a
Turkey
good
leg.
deal. Yeah. And then you fall asleep in the car as your dad drives you back after the fireworks. Of course, there's a little nostalgia in there as well. But that same trip right now is close to $1,000, even if you're barely spending any money. And by the way, that included Lightning Lane. Why? Because Lightning Lane did not exist. So
Fast pass.
yeah.
It's
Thank you
expensive.
so much, Lorena, for being here and doing this deep dive on this discount. This stuff is fascinating to me, to watch all the different ways that the greatest entertainment company on the planet might try to bring people into the parks, and also having some common sense, because you do keep it real when it comes to theme parks. Can you tell people about what you got coming up on your channel, or what they might look forward to with you here in the new year?
Oh, well, thank you so much. As for myself, I've got, of course, several stroll and chill live streams at the parks that are queued up, where I go in the parks and I kind of take my time walking around, pointing things out, looking at attractions, taking your questions, giving you guys tips. One of the big things for my channel this year is, starting January 17th, I will have a show called the Spice Lounge for spicy commentary, hot takes. Gonna have some friends dropping in, and of course, Jonas, you're invited to
Oh, that's
drop in,
awesome. I would love to.
and just keeping it real, and just that conversation that you have with friends, where it's just we just shoot the breeze
Hmm.
about pop culture topics, what we're looking at, what's happening in anime, what's going on with things with gaming. Just a fun kickback type of show with no pretenses. We just keep it real.
Awesome. And everybody, please go subscribe to Lorena's channel. It is, even before we were working together, I love watching Lorena's chill streams at the parks. I get to live vicariously through her in that way. She goes to Universal as well, and that's been fun to get someone else's perspective on Universal, other than my own here. And of course, the Disney streams are where it's at as well. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Like this video. If you like this video, consider subscribing to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.